Allah's the greatest, 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 Allah's the greatest. Come to prayer, come to prayer, come to success, come to success, come to prosperity, come to prosperity, come to salvation, come to salvation. There's no power and strength except in Allah. There's no power and strength except in Allah. The prayers be performed, the prayers be performed. Allah lift it up and make it last forever. Allah lift it up and make it last forever. The prayers better than sleep, the prayers better than sleep. Allah's the greatest, Allah's the greatest. There's no God but Allah, there's no God but Allah. Come to prayer, come to prayer, come to work, come to work, come to success, come to success. Come to salvation, come to salvation. The prayer is better than sleep, the prayer is better than sleep. Come to Allah, come to Allah, come to yourself, come to yourself. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises be unto Allah, Master, day of judgment. Thee alone do we worship, thy aid do we seek. Show us the straight path, the path of those who have bestowed thy grace, whose portions are not brought in wrath, and those who go not astray. Ameen. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises be unto Allah. Say he is Allah, the only one, the self-sufficient master, eternal, absolute. He begets not, nor is he begotten, and there's nothing equal or compatible unto him. Ameen. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises be unto Allah. The Father of the universe, the Father of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day, through his holy prophet, Drew Ali, Amen, Islam. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises be unto Allah. Please separate me from my sins as far as you have separated the east from the west. Oh, my Lord, cleanse me of my sins as a white robe is cleansed as dirt. Oh, my Lord, wash me of my sins with water, snow, and hail. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praises be unto Allah. When comes the help of Allah and victory, and now do it, see his people enter Allah's religion in crowds, celebrate the praises of my Lord, and pray for his forgiveness, for he's awful eternity and mercy and grace. Amen. In the name of Allah, most gracious, most merciful, all praise be unto Allah. Say, I seek refuge with the Lord and cherisher of mankind, King, ruler of mankind, Lord, judge of mankind, from the mischief of the whispers of evil, who withdraws after they whisper, the same who whispers in the hearts of jinns and the people of mankind. Amen. Welcome, 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 welcome to the Pink Tablecloth Talk show with Peggy. Telling the truth is a cold-blooded demonstration. Boy, that's the devil's biggest weapon, that lie. That's the devil's biggest weapon. Lying and know you be lying. That's the cold part about it. It ain't that you told a lie. It's that you be lying and you know you be lying. And you will still lie. Know you lying. Know you lying. And you gonna still lie. That don't even make no sense. That don't make no sense up under the sun, nowhere. At all. Yeah. Don't make no sense at all. For real. We got to teach ourselves how to tell the truth. And then say, had a nerve to say, you know you can trust me. You know you can trust me. And then I trust you. And you stab me in my stomach. And that's a cold-blooded demonstration. Because now that my trust level is messed up, so it's going to be kind of hard for me to trust somebody else. No, it ain't. Because somebody else didn't do what that person did. So don't try to put that on somebody that ain't even did nothing to you yet. Because some people is just incapable of being right. The Quran tell us that. They just can't do right for nothing. I can't think of the chapter right now. Incapable of change. That's a cold-blooded demonstration when you're such a liar that you are incapable of change. So you fooling yourself, trying to make yourself think that you changing, and you ain't did nothing. You ain't did nothing. You look up, your worst nightmare chasing you down the street. Yeah. Yeah. Let's say one thing for certain and two for sure. I want them all to know. To thy own self be true. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. And that's just the way that cookie crumbles. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. Say, because when you exposed with dirt on your head, like they say, yeah, you did it. Your hand been all in the cookie jar. You got crumbs all over your face. Yeah. Incapable of change. Couldn't change if you wanted to. Because you can't deal with the truth. Because the truth don't let you be a phony. See, the truth, you got to be the real you. When I first walked up in that federal penitentiary, she said, is any of your hair a weave? I said, I got a couple of tracks in the back. She said, well, you're going to have to take them out because we want to see the real you. I said, well, I don't wear no makeup. I might put something on if I'm going to take a picture or something back in the day, but today I don't even do that. I ain't got time for it. That's too much. That's too much time. You spend too much time doing that to wash it off. No. And it take a whole lot of energy to put that makeup on, and it take a whole lot of energy to wash that makeup off. Because if you wash that makeup off and get all that makeup off of mascara and eyebrow pencil and foundation and the closure and the opener and this and that, and you get all that off in one wash, you a bad mama jamma. Yeah. And sometimes I can. But say, I ain't got time to fool with that. I takes care of my skin. I keep my skin lubricated. And I got me a little concoction that I put on my skin sometime. And now that Ambi's so hard to find, and then you go online and try to find Ambi, and they want to triple dipple the price. You know, one tube of Ambi, they want $300. I ain't paying no $300 for a tube of Ambi. It ain't that critical. It ain't that critical. You know, when castor oil and baking soda mixed together, I do the same thing. I ain't thinking about them. I know the secret. And baking soda, and Vaseline too. Vaseline a cold number on the skin. It really is. It's a cold number. But you know, and castor oil and baking soda a clean acne up in a week. I don't care what kind of acne you got. You're going to be able to tell a difference. Because that's oil fighting up against oil. It wipes each other clean. Yeah. So that's what I kind of try to do is just, I know what I got to do. So I start working in the direction of doing it. Especially if it ain't going to get done unless I do it. Yeah. If I don't do it, it ain't going to get done. Because, people live off of your success. And people live off of what you do. But they're not going to get up and do it. They're not going to get up and do it. But they'll stand with you while you do it, but they won't do it. I got a girlfriend right now, a Moore's sister. Got about 10, 15 degrees. College degrees. She said I had 19, 20 mental health institutions. Say, because it ain't what you got, it's what you do with it. She went to all them schools and did all that and thinking that she didn't have to pay that money back and got all that money and then got that letter one day. They snatched all them income tax. I told them, I said, y'all gonna have, that's the government ain't giving y'all no money like that free. The government ain't giving y'all no money like that free. And I mean, they was getting money for years. Every 90 days, $3,000. That's some money. Yeah. If you use it right. Yeah. I gotta go make me some coffee. You want to talk?
I can't see it, can't get on. You got your picture.
Brother Franklin Hill, he can't do nothing.
I read it.
He can't do nothing. If I tell you he can't do nothing, he can't do nothing. You tell him to go to the store and get some white bread, he gonna come back with some wheat bread. Go on and talk, Mo. Peggy Franklin L. Tops with my glasses on that I got right now.
I had that, and then it still didn't show up. It didn't come on, it kick in. With your glasses and all.
Yeah, well, I don't know what you did because here I am.
Oh, you on? Okay. It's good to see everybody. Islam.
Let me move out the way, y'all.
All praise to Allah for this day. Another day that we are blessed to see, that we ain't never seen before. What's your topic?
The truth.
Oh, just telling the truth. Well, that ain't. Sometimes people think that they telling the truth when they know they lying. So that don't mean nothing. They're talking about telling the truth. And then some people be telling the truth. They think and know that that's their truth to them. So hey, I just say like this: to each his own. And so when you figure it out, they'll figure it out. When you figured it out that they was lying and whatever. Take people If they say that's the truth to them. If it's a lie, it's a lie, and they told it.
Right.
So hey, I try not. You know what? Today I realized today I got enough going on in my life today, which ain't that much no more. Shoot, I ain't trying to go crazy worried about somebody else no more. Not that. That's gonna be my last worry, worrying about what you doing and what you ain't doing. That I'm not gonna worry about. I just refuse to feel that way. Cause there's too much chaos going on as it is. And then you get up there worrying about what somebody ain't doing and what they is doing and all this kind of stuff and all that stuff, and then and find out that there's a big old lie and all of this. But here's the funny thing about that. If you've been around a person and they lie all the time, why would you think they're gonna tell the truth now? They've been liars all this time. I ain't got no reason to think that they're gonna ever tell the truth. That's just me. So hey, and if they say, oh, they lied, well, that ain't nothing new. They've been lying all along. So what's the difference? But we've been knowing that they'll tell a lie quickly. So what? What is that saying? Not much, because they've been lying all along. So hey, and you followed it all along too, and know that they are habitual liars. Sit there and tell you a lie so fast it'll scare you. And so hey, today I just realized that hey, I'm not gonna sit there and let nobody get all off in the situation with me and get all up in my life and all that stuff and get carried away about what they doing and what they ain't doing. I'm hey, if it don't affect me, I'm not gonna worry about it, because that it brings a whole bunch of chaos in the picture, and I don't need no chaos. I swear I don't. I really don't. I just don't need no chaos. But
we're gonna have it.
But you can't live without it, just about, because it's gonna be chaos always. Some kind of way, it's gonna be chaos. It's gonna be chaos. And you say, can you live? Can you deal with it when you get there? Yeah, you have to. But I just believe I'm not gonna sit there and worry about it no more, because well, I'll say it like this: if it don't affect me physically, personally, I'm not gonna get bent out of shape about it. I'm just not anymore, because it creates too much problem for everybody, for them, for you, and all of that. So it's just not worth it. Excuse me. It's just not worth it. So it's better that I just stay to the side and leave it alone and let it go on and do what it's gonna do and be what it's gonna be. And hey, do I like it? No, because when you're grown, you don't have to keep on telling fibs to try to make people like you or dislike you or whatever. You don't have to do that. You just don't have to do it. They either will or they won't. And so that's where I kind of look at things anymore. Keeping it, I try to keep it. The program always said, keep it real simple. Real simple. But people can't leave stuff simple. Don't want to leave it simple. Want to complicate it, add this, take that in, and take that out, and put that in, take that out, and all that. So hey, then it becomes a whole ball of confusion. And then you got to go back and start all over again, because you got in it.
When you're a leader, turn that phone around. A real leader don't try to deceive the people.
You shouldn't.
A real leader don't practice deception,
You shouldn't.
betrayal. You know.
But you know what is? I realized today something that this. Some people might want to be leaders, but they not leader material. So just because they get up there and they trying to run something or do something and all that kind of stuff, they don't make you be that leader. Make you just be the out front person, but they don't make you be that leader, because leaders don't try to be as honest with his people as they can, try to do what the best they can for their people and all of this stuff. And if you ain't doing that, but then you probably ain't no leader. Just that simple. It's just that simple to me. Now that's my honest opinion. That's the way I see things. Kind of see things. My way ain't always the only way. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that's for me, because I see it as being it's better to just kind of leave it alone and let it do, because it's gonna end up taking care of itself anyway, one way or the other.
Well, it all depends on what it is.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
You know, some things they call it a blind eye. But what do God call it? Some things people want you to turn a blind eye to. And I think that's what happened. Because it wasn't nobody's concern. Yeah. And so how we gonna be what we are if we're not gonna be concerned what each other's doing? Yeah. You've been sitting up for years, lying in my face. For years. Lying in my face.
In everybody's face. Lying.
Lying.
And wanting people to believe it.
Lying. One lie after another. And people don't ask me, how's they doing? How I'm thinking, oh, it's good, it's good.
Well, all I ever say is the doors. They say they got some memories and they got the doors is open, and so hey.
You know what?
Don't mean that it's
you know
going.
What? You know what? Somebody told me, say, I see what such and such be doing for what they doing. Because is people really doing things to help their organization, or am I just using this name to get what I can get out of it?
But you need to get what you can get out of it. That's right.
Say,
I agree with that.
If you ain't gonna do what it say do, then get out of it. Get out of it. You know what I'm saying?
But they kind of came in for protection anyway.
It don't matter, because
back then,
say so, this organization got many infiltrators.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Now you said it right there.
They got many infiltrators.
Many.
When they found out, they need to be exposed with dirt on their head. Simple as that. Sure. Every time one of them, and somebody just told me. The brother just told me and asked me a question. I said, oh no, that's bizarre. And doggone if it might be true. Say it might be true, because see, you got to watch out for people. And because people think that you're stupid. And people thought I was stupid when I was down there running them businesses because I was a woman and I was a sister. But they didn't know that I was educated. But they didn't know that I was educated. I had a street education too. Straight off the 5 Points, East Side, Denver, Colorado. Right? Both my parents came from the deep South. Now, Florida walked on the Trail of Tears. Is what I got in me. Yeah, that's what I got in me. And can prove it.
With those are honestly survivors.
Yeah.
For
But no,
real.
I'm just saying what you got in you.
Yeah.
If you got it in you, you got it in you.
It's
If you
there.
ain't got it in you, you ain't got it. You ain't got it in you. It's just as simple as that. Yeah. That's just like the Florida Indians taking all the money from the so-called black Indians in Seminole. What's the difference? It's all about the money, and the damn thing funny. You know, everybody trying to get them a dollar to make them holler, and don't care where that dollar come from. You better care where it come from. You better care where it come from, because all money ain't good money, and everything that glitter ain't gold.
Oh, most definitely.
Everything that glitter ain't gold. Because I'm gonna tell you something. It's some money that you couldn't even don't even think about bringing it to me. Because if it don't sound right, my name is Bennett, and I ain't in it. Now, I can get my own self in trouble if I want to get in trouble. Yeah. Say, because game recognize game.
Yeah.
And I've been doing what I've been doing for a long time. But it's one thing that I ain't never even thought about doing or trying to practice doing. And that's trying to beat Allah and the Prophet. How you going to be all up in Allah's organization and beat him and his prophet? You're going to beat yourself down to the ground, all the way flat on the ground, like a pancake, like a stretched out cat.
Well, they said one thing about it, that it will be revealed. That's for sure. It will be revealed some kind of way.
On all levels.
Some kind of way. It will be revealed.
On all levels. I done seen them walk them up out of there. Yeah. I done seen them walk them up out of there.
Yeah, I done seen that.
Yeah. They will walk you up out of there.
I have definitely saw that.
Yeah. Partner. Yeah, they will walk you up out of there. See what I'm saying? Because only certain people can be in there. Yeah. Only certain people can be in there. You got to be right to be in there. You got to be right to be up in there. And that's just all it is to it. You know, and for that, I am responsible. For that right there, I am responsible. Because I took an oath of office. So don't play around. If you don't play around, you ain't gonna get down and you ain't gonna get around. See, because one thing about the truth, it just wants out. And it's gonna go to the person that it know, gonna bring it right on up out of there. And sometimes that be me, sometimes that be you, sometimes that be somebody else. Yeah. You don't never know who you don't never know whose mouth the truth gonna come out of. You know, truth might mess around and come up out of a liar's mouth. You don't never know. You don't never know whose mouth the truth gonna come up out of.
You sure don't.
You see what I'm saying? You know. But you know, when you practice integrity, when you practice treating people the way that you want to be treated. Yeah. I don't want you lying to me, so I'm not going to lie to you. And if we grown and we running our own life, what reason would you have to lie? What you lying for? What they used to say, you ain't got to lie to kick it. You tap.
Some do.
I guess. And that's telling the truth. A lot of people break up, friendships breaks up, relationships breaks up, brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, breaks up because of a lie. It's destroyed of many things. A lie. A lie. That old cold-blooded lie. Cold-blooded demonstration. I promise you, promise you, promise you, promise you, promise you it's a cold-blooded demonstration. But Allah's leading on and victory is sure. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. Yeah. I say what? See, let me tell you something. When you ain't working on yourself, you're going to be working on something else. And when you're working on something else, and you're not paying attention to what you're supposed to be doing, you're going to look up one day and you're going to be exposed with dirt on your head because you didn't handle business. You forgot about it. Ever since I've been doing this show on the Pink Tablecloth, I done told y'all that you forget a lot. And I done told you that. We forget a lot. So it's just best to tell the truth straight out. Tell the truth, shame the devil. And now it's a whole mess. Again. Because people just don't want to do right. People just don't want to do right. But none in the world. People gonna try to get by without doing it right, to catch them a deal, to get them some food stamps, to get them some whatever. Now, you know, if people run around here, and I used to, and I still do, and all that there kind of stuff. Yeah, if they'll break that law and think that they're getting away with it, they'll break every other law. If you can't obey the laws of the government, how you going to obey the laws of the prophet? And the prophet say, obey the laws of the government.
Yeah, he says that for sure. Most definite.
What's that? All members must wake up while making a public speech must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group, because we are to teach the truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Okay, but wait a minute. Act 4. Give me that notebook right there.
But
the secretary book right there.
Yeah.
Okay, give me that. Thank you, son. Oh, Lord. We're going to go on and on like 6 in the morning. Baby. I thought there was a constitution and bylaw in here. I guess it ain't. If I can find it. Okay, see, that's how I learned these laws every day. Practicing, saying them, and then after I learned them, and then I said, now, how do I live them? And it wasn't until that lady told me, said, Peggy, you can talk a good talk, but can you walk that walk? Can you walk these laws out? Act 1. Act means action. Action 1. Action 2.
Said,
Action 3.
Must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live life accordingly.
Okay, what law? That's Act 4
That's
of
Act
the Constitution.
Of the Constitution.
Say it again.
All members, while making a public speech, must not use any assertion against the American flag or speak radical against the church or any member of any organized group.
I just said that.
We are to teach love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice.
I just said that.
Okay.
That's Act 5 of the Constitution and bylaws.
You are a part and parcel of the government and must live a life according.
No, brother.
It's one of them. I'm trying to remember which one is that. I think it's on
It's
4.
Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and
Okay,
divine
right.
laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government. Because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life according.
I knew it was on the Constitution.
Yeah, I know it was on the Constitution. I knew it was Act 4 too, but I couldn't come up with it. All members must say, and that's why if we practicing these laws every day, we will know these laws by heart. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government. So when I run a red light, I just broke the law of the government because I was supposed to stop. If I run a stop sign, I just broke the law of the government because I'm supposed to stop. If I run all up on the back of a car, I'm wrong because I know I'm supposed to stay 100 feet behind the car. And why do people get so mad about that? You know you're supposed to stay 100 feet behind a car, and you all up on the bumper. For what? You ain't gonna get where you going no faster. And they want you to hit them. And anybody know any hit from the back, you in the wrong. You dead wrong. Man trying to control his dog and this great big old F-150 truck and ran all up in the back of my little old truck. I almost ran in my back. Not paying attention. So when we out there driving, we got to drive for ourselves and everybody else.
Ain't no secret about that.
They're driving in Texas. You know good well you ain't got no business driving in Texas. There's so many young girls messed up from being in bad car wrecks from driving in Texas.
If not dead.
I tell my grandkids that all the time. Quit texting and driving. Put that phone down. It ain't that important. You ain't talking about nothing. Everybody trying to see if they got the right response, if they got the right answer. So some of y'all out there on a suicide mission and don't even know it. Because that's a suicide mission. Yeah. When Allah made Adam and stood Adam up in that garden, the first thing he gave Adam was the law. Religion is the law. He gave him Islam in that garden. The law. That's why I come at the Supreme Court right now, big old sign, lit up. Prophet Muhammad, the greatest lawgiver ever lived. Prophet Muhammad. Prophet Muhammad. The laws that the Supreme Court go by. Because this country didn't have no laws. It didn't know nothing about laws. It came into an Islamic country. So it had to adopt the Islamic laws. That's why Thomas Jefferson was trying to get that Holy Quran of Mecca wrote in English. So he can understand it better. Because they was trying to see how they was going to build just what they built. The Supreme Court to be able to go by these laws. The abortion laws and the gambling laws and the kidnapping laws and the this law and the that law. That after you leave the courts down here and in this jurisdiction, then that your case can go up to a higher court and you still got a chance of winning. Yeah. If they look at it right. But a lot of times they make mistakes too. And they don't look at cases right. They don't judge them right. That's why you done have people that been locked up in prison for crimes that they never would have even thought about committing. But because some woman of a certain nationality said that you did it, then they gonna believe her, and they ain't even got no evidence.
So true.
And that's the way that our people been treated. I mean, it's just the truth. So help me God, I can't help it. You know. We talking about the truth. We done seen a lot of things go down.
Mm.
Yeah. And that's what I'm talking about, the truth. A lot of lies been told. Look at the lie that was told about Emmett Till. They did him like that because he whistled at a woman. And it wasn't even a woman. No. Was she with everybody in the town? Could have been.
Mm-hmm.
And then she told she wasn't coming for telling the truth. She was going to die with that lie. And it is some lies that we'll take to our grave. Yeah. And that's because it's things that done happen in our life that we just ain't going to tell nobody about. Because those are things that probably didn't happen in our life that we are most embarrassed about. And we have situations in our life that we're most embarrassed about. Because we all done something. We all done some deep stuff. Back in the day, growing up, running with this person, running with that person, running around the town, and got caught up. One night, got caught smooth up, and had to do something that you never thought that you would even be involved in or even thought of. See, and I was always blessed because I always knew when something like that was finna come down, and I always would remove myself from the scene and never would go back. And a couple of weeks later, I would hear what happened. I said, I already knew. You could tell it. You could tell when it's pounding up and it's pounding up and it's pounding up and it's building up and it's building up. It's simmering. It says now it's gonna be charcoal. When it become charcoal, that means the meat's done. Something's gonna happen. Something fixing to happen. Do you hear me now? Something is fixing to happen. And that's just all it is to that. And I praise Allah. I praise Allah for that spirit of discernment. I was telling my grandson about that. When I tell you not to do something, it's a reason why I tell you not to do it. And this is the reason why, because see, when my mother told me not to do something and I did it anyway, and then this is what happened. But it could have been worse. But Allah was protecting me back then, just like He's protecting you now. I came outside one day. Me and him was going somewhere, but I was in there talking. And something just hit me in the stomach and said, go outside. Allah, that wasn't nothing but Allah. And I went outside. And it's a little stump in front of the house where Fats likes to sit. And he was sitting there. And it was this car, a old grayish looking car. And it had 2 European men in it. And you could tell the door was cracked like that. Like he was finna get out that car and he was going to snatch Fats. And he looked up. He on the door. He getting ready to bust a move. But he looked up and saw me. And I looked him right in his face. Looked him right in his face. I said, come on, Fats. I said, come on in the house till it's time for us to go. So when we got in the house, and they drove on off, I ain't never seen them over here. I've been over here 10 years almost. And I ain't never seen them people over here before. And so I said, Fats, did you see them? He said he seen them. I said, well, do you know that they was finna snatch you? I said, when you went out there and sat on there and you seen them men in that car, you should have came back in the house. And I praise Allah for that. Yeah. And I looked up in this neighborhood on how many sex offenders it is, child molestators, and everything else. They everywhere. Little boy just got snatched the other day. You got to tell your kids. And you got to tell I said, you look me in my face when I'm talking to you, and you look the grown up in their face when they're talking to you, so they can know that you listening to what they saying. When you look people in the face, you hope that they ain't lying. If they looking you in your face, you hoping that they ain't lying. True. Because people look you straight in your face with tears running down their face and they'll be lying like a big dog.
For real.
Lying like a champ. Baby. Yeah. And then after they get caught and know that they caught for real, then they running. Then they go on the run. Now you're a track star. Now you're a runner. You're a track star. Ain't that a cold-blooded shame? See, that's what I be talking about. That's exactly what I be talking about. That's exactly what I be talking about. Right there. In life. You know, they'll keep on coming and keep on coming and keep on coming and keep on lying and keep on lying. And then when they can't no more, then they gonna go. You know. So you going on and you going on and you going on and you go. Right? Who cares? I don't. You know. I've been here for how many years did we count up the other day?
Where? For you?
Yeah.
Been in this 40 something.
I done been here when wasn't nobody here. But me and Allah. So I ain't worried about none of that. You never gonna believe that. One thing for certain and two for sure. People come and people go, but the word of God stay forever. And that's all that I'm after is the word of God. Because when you after the word of God and you let God work with you, God will help you heal yourself. I can't sit up and talk to you and talk to you and talk to you and try to hear. I can't do that. You know, can't nobody do that. They can talk to they blue in that face. If you ain't ready to do nothing no different,
you can't help it.
Can't help you. Ain't nothing I can do.
No.
And that's just all it is to it. And I praise Allah for it. I praise Allah for it. Yeah. I praise Allah for it. And I praise Allah for my growth. But I had to learn to stay out of my members' relationships. Because when you get up into their relationships, it make you choose.
Yep.
You're going to like this one more than you like that one. And then that's going to become an issue. And then they're going to be wanting to throw something up in my face. No, you're not. Because I'm not going to like this one. And I'm not going to be on this one side. And I'm not going to be on that one side. So they can go wherever they do that at. I don't care. I'm going to be right here. Doing exactly what I'm doing right now. On every day, whatever it is that I do, where I'm doing and living my life. I got a Quran too. I got a life to live too. You know, I don't live my life for other people. I live my life for Peggy. You know, I'm not nobody's hero. I'm not nobody's champion. I'm not nobody's nothing. Because I can't save nobody. I have no power. Except for in Allah. I can't make nothing happen. You know. So, you know, people run around and they want to put their whole family out and then wonder why they can't see them.
You said that right.
I'm going to put my whole family out and then I want to know why come I can't see them. That's crazy. Yeah. Now, what kind of self was that?
That was self-made. That was made by self.
Ain't nobody trying to hear no truth. People trying to hear what they want to hear. People trying to pay to feel good. You can't pay me like that. I can't be bought. If you're going to do it, you're going to do it. If you ain't going to do it, you ain't going to do it. And that's just all it is to it. Say. Because one thing I have realized, don't play with Allah. Don't play with Allah. Please don't dress up in fancy grab and try to take Allah for no folk. Please don't. Please, please, please don't. Because you're going to be disappointed every time. You're going to be disappointed every time. And people getting in these relationships, you ought to know who you're getting with. You want to get with somebody just because they fine and you don't know nothing about them? You don't know nothing about their mentality? You don't know nothing about their behavior? You just jumping in there with them? Now, then you find out that they some kind of, thou knowest not what in character. Please. Running around here. Find out with on the outside, they looked all right, but the inside sure didn't look too good. That's that apple that's lovely to the eye and pleasant to the smell, but its core is full of bitterness and gold. That's these relationships. That's these relationships. And then when you get off in them, then you're about to lose your mind. You just lost all up in the sauce. Because you done contracted a spirit that you didn't know nothing about. Now, please. They better get a clue. Get a clue. That's what you do. Get you a clue. I don't care. Yeah. Because when you know somebody is wrong and you going along with their wrongdoing, you become just as wrong as they are. And it's called aiding and abetting. I did 4 years in the penitentiary for that. I did 4 years in the penitentiary because a girl shot a man. And they say that I didn't call the police and tell the police that the man was shot. Well, I didn't even know that the man had been shot. I was running too. I did 4 years for it. When you know that somebody is doing something wrong and you don't let the police know that somebody is doing something wrong, you just as wrong as they are. You just as wrong. So if I know that somebody's in violation of these laws and I don't say nothing, I'm just as in violation as they are. I'm just as in violation as they are. Then we just become some lawbreakers together. Now, what strength am I to somebody like that? Opposed to, I stand up and now you know you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. And you know you're wrong. Ain't no way around that. You're just wrong. I'm gonna get my blessing. I ain't letting ain't nobody worth me not getting my blessing over. Down here on earth. They ain't gonna give up theirs for me. Why should I give up mine for them? Who is that? Fair exchange ain't never been no robbery, and even swap ain't no swindle. And all days of the week got a name. And you better have more know that. Say, one thing I don't do is I do not play. I'm a very serious person. I always have been. I don't like to play. The only games I play is dominoes and spades. If I play a game, you better believe I'm going to beat it. Because I'm playing for keeps. They're the only kind of games I play. And I choose the games I want to play. Because I'm a player. I've been in the world long enough. And I've been around enough players in my life. I know how to duck and dodge. I know how to skip and dip too. I know how to hide up under leaves in front of your house too. Sister say, I was all up under them leaves. If the sister ever see this, she gonna say, "Who know that sister didn't?" I ain't calling no names. But baby, let me tell you something. Yeah. So we just got to be real. No. Till our own self be true. If I can't be true to myself, I'm not gonna be able to be true to nobody else. And I can say that over and over and over again. And you don't have to believe it. That don't mean it ain't true. You don't have to accept it. That don't mean that it's not true. See, because the only way that we done got where we got to is that we didn't have more truth than we had everything else in it. And that's how I need to stay. Just like that. You ain't with it, get out. And that's what the prophets say. Caveat emptor, cast out the dead carcasses. I didn't say that. No, I did not say that. One of the holy books say that. Yeah, get them on up out of here. Yeah. A lot of things we do to ourselves. A lot of things we do to ourselves. I'm looking at this clock trying to see what time it is because I didn't start till 12:15. So anyway, yeah. I'm telling you now. All compliments, prayer titles, and good words are due to Allah. Our prayers are due to Allah. Peace be on the prophet and peace be on us and all the righteous slaves of Allah. I bear witness there's no God but Allah. I bear witness there's no God but Allah. I bear witness that Muhammad is a slave serving his messenger. Oh Allah, send prayers on Muhammad as you send prayers on the family of Abraham. You indeed were the praise full of glory. And Allah send blessings on Muhammad as you send blessings on the family of Abraham. You indeed were the praise full of glory. My Father God, Allah, I have been unjust to myself, too unjust. No one can grant pardons for my sins except you. So grant me your forgiveness and have mercy on me. You are the forgiver, the merciful. Assalamu alaikum rahman to Allah. Assalamu alaikum rahman to Allah. Allah be with the high, the low, the rich, the poor, the wise, the ignorant, the stranger at my gate, the enemy who seeks to do me harm, those who are kin and those who aren't no kin. Be with the poor people, the homeless people. Be with the people in hospitals and jails and nursing homes. Be with the children at their schools. Be with the children hospitals, St. Jude's, all these children cancer hospitals, Children's Hospital here in Wichita, Kansas, the Children's Hospital in Denver, Colorado, the Children's Hospital in Oklahoma City, the Children's Hospitals all over the world. Be with all the burn units. Be with everybody here, there, and everywhere, Allah. Please be with the ones that's on this broadcast today. Thank y'all for tuning in and taking some time out to come see about us. Thank y'all. We hope that y'all heard something y'all need to hear. Like and share. Somebody else might need to hear it too. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Until we meet again, and I trust that we will. Peace and love, great people.
Peace.
Scoot that over here, please.